Good afternoon and welcome to the Thompson Reserve here this afternoon for the grand final of the second 18s in the Geelong and District Football League between North Geelong and Bellpost Hill. Conditions of the ground here today, there's a bit of surface water around the wing area here on the clubhouse side. The centre is a little bit boggy, and over on the far side we've got a little bit of surface water also. Probably I should have introduced ourselves, Ron, before we got going. This is Barry Walker and...
Of course, Ronnie Brain, the accurate one of country football. Good afternoon, Barry. I should say good morning.
Yeah,
it is still
too.
morning. And, well, it should be a very interesting clash here this morning.
This morning, yes, and it'll be brought to you exclusively by Guest Video here today. And we just hope that you enjoy this game. Unfortunately, the weather hasn't been kind to us over the last week. We've had a fair bit of water about. The wind hasn't been able to dry the ground out, but hopefully it'll be a good game and may the better side win. And who do you tip, Ron?
Bellpost Hill.
Bellpost Hill. Just having a look at the North Geelong side, I tell you what, going back probably 12 months ago, this could have been their first 18 side, Ronnie.
Yes, there's a lot of senior experienced players out there, Baz, and I'm sure that they'll give a good account of themselves here this morning.
Looks as though the curator of the ground here, or one of the Thompson committeemen, has taken a bit of sawdust out to give us notes to give the umpires an indication where they can bounce it, or is it white? Yeah, just putting a white strip in the centre there, so gives him an idea of where the centre of the ground is. Probably the city end of the ground is a better end by the look of the service, but unfortunately the wind is blowing the opposite way, and I think most of the play will be down the school end of the Tate Street school end, Ron.
Yeah, a bit of a shame the conditions here this morning, Barry. We've been rather fortunate so far throughout, but today, well, unfortunately, the old heavens have opened up.
Right, the bounce of the ball in the centre, up it goes, straight to turf it comes. There fighting is McPherson for Bellpost Hill. It's scramble at the moment, the umpire letting it go, out it flies towards centre half forward. The pack of players develop. The umpire will move in and will ball it up. And just for a little bit of taste of mud, there's a couple of players being dragged through the middle. Umpire throws it up. Good umpiring. Down to the ground it comes. No one can take advantage of it. Coming out there is Messock for North Geelong. Socket off the ground for the North Geelong side by Gillard. Out to the far side of the ground. Slipping and sliding in the water over on the far wing. Players at the moment. Ball underneath. The umpire calls for it and we'll have a ball up.
Who do you think's going to win this one, Baz?
Well, I'll got to go opposite to you, Ron. We can never agree on things, and I'll go for North Geelong.
You've always liked Phil Point, haven't you? Really?
I have. Any rate, the bounce of the ball on the far side, the umpire's picked out a free kick, and the first free kick of the match will go to the North Geelong side. They are kicking towards the Tate Street end of the Thompson Reserve.
Yeah, Jeff Marnie, a veteran of many games for the Pies. He'll drive them along into attack. Ball drops short. Heavy conditions out here this morning. Great diving mark, and it looks like it's the coach of the Panthers and Al McPherson.
Oh, he kicks a shocker. The mark not taken for North Geelong there by Jovanovic, but it's socket forward for him down to half forward. Going in there for Bellpost Hill was Horton. He couldn't control it. They're slipping and sliding everywhere. The umpire's letting it go, but he's called for a halt now, and we'll come in and ball it up. And at the bottom of the pack was McPherson for the Bellpost Hill side.
Speaking of umpires, Damien McMaster, Ben Hallett in the middle. Boundaries, Tim Headley, Mark Hepworth. Goals, Billy Davidson, Graham McLeod. Emergency, Kim Andrews. Good luck to the men in white here today in the reserve grade GDFL 96 grand final at Thompson. Hope you're enjoying the kick-by-kick description on 94.9 Guest FM.
Right, a free kick to Bellpost Hill, the centre half back over the heads of the players. It goes towards the centre. Push forward there for North Geelong. Picked up here and a handball out for Bell Park by Havey. He goes out wide looking for his teammate there in Mileto. He couldn't take control of it as the players in the puddle of water over there. And we'll have a ball up. And
I thought there was two footies out there for a minute. There's a big black thing floating across the ground. It's a big baboon.
Right, up she goes. Tapped down by the North Geelong ruckman. No one can take advantage of it. Out towards the boundary it goes. Socket off the boundary. Socket, but it's marked there for North Geelong on centre wing. Handballs quickly. Player going through there. A little bit hard to see from the side of the ground. A little bit of how to do over there too between a couple of players. The umpire's on the scene and we'll have a throw in.
Wayne Yakeman took that great mark too, and he's led by example all day, the big ruckman, and on baller for the Magpies. But the big ruckman now for the Panthers. He'll drive them into attack. Up they go. Good knock away there by Sakita. And the Pies defend well on the outer side of Thompson Reserve, Godfrey Street Oval. And it's out of bounds now. Half forward flank. And those fabulous Magpies into attack.
Right, Messock in the ruck for North Geelong. Gets a tap down to some back though by the Belpo still defence. Socket in towards the centre. Going for the ball off. Free kick. There you know. The umpire didn't pay. Yes, I thought he was pushing the back.
Yeah, should have been given the kick. I think the umpires have really got to protect the bloke in front today, because the side that's going to win the game is the bloke that's prepared to sacrifice his body at the footy, but you need to be protected by the umpire when doing so.
Right, the tap down comes to Belpost Hill and kick forward by Martin out to the half forward flank. A chance from now. They just can't pick this greasy ball up. It is picked up and kicked back in towards the centre half forward, and that came off the boot of Horton, and the mark has been taken for them by Grigic. Grigic now from centre wing drives the ball down over half forward. A good kick into the breeze. Over the back of the pack it goes, but it's all North Geelong there. Fighting hard is Everett. It's kicked out here underneath the ball, and he dropped the mark. There was Martin, but it's picked up again by Horton, playing well in the first quarter. Kick, and he's got it.
Adam Houghton, they were good. Good usual half-back flank of the senior side. He's put a couple of pound on over the season, recovering from a knee injury, I believe, and he's kicked the first 6-pointer of the morning, and a nice start for the Belpost Hill Panthers, as they now move to one straight goal. 6 points. North Geelong yet to score. Apco Easy was bringing you this first quarter of the 1996 Reserve Grade Grand Final.
Any goal is a good goal into the wind here today, and that's a bonus for Belpost Hill. Up it goes. It's tapped down again by the big ruckman from North Geelong. Socketer out by Burns out towards a half-forward flank. It's socketed away by Belpost Hill to the centre wing. Goal. Burns picks it up nicely. Gets his kick down to half-forward. Running onto the ball there for the North Geelong side was Marnie, but he's dispossessed. Tapped towards the boundary line. Horton's in there again. Picked up for North Geelong here by Swinnerson, and the free kick has been paid to Swinnerson. Too high, as the umpire says, and he'll put him into attack between centre, wing and half-forward flank.
Yeah, Timmy Swinnerson, regular senior campaigner, had trouble with injury again this year. Kick dropped short, but in front. Good work. And a great chest mark's been taken there. It was a bit of a tumbling Munkle punt, but that's the benefit of being in front. And I think you'll find as big Darren Joswick has got the footy, and an opportunity here for him to level the scores. He's no more than 40 metres out, 45-degree angle. Opportunity to pop the Pies' first 6-pointer on the board. The drop punt, it's a beautiful looking kick off the boot. The goal umpire does not move. Great goal, Darren Joswick at scoreboard level.
Yes, that's the benefit of being in front, as you said, Ron. The kick from Burns was a low trajectory kick into the forward line, and Joswick being in front took the mark, and a very good kick from just outside 50, or just probably kicked from just inside 50, and there's the evener up, 1 goal each. Early in the first quarter, and as usual, Ronnie Brains forgot to put the clock on.
But don't you worry, Baz. We've been travelling about 9 minutes, I'd suggest, of this first quarter.
Oh, the boundary umpire took a dive.
He's taken a tumble. The centre of the ground starting to get chopped up a little bit. As we see now, good work there from the North Geelong ruckman. Get it to ground level, but good work, Grigic. Hand pass missed Martin, but he butters up again and kicks off the carpet. And in front, taking a timely grab for the Panthers, it looks like young Jamie Kozik. Again, a senior player too, Barry Kozik. A lovely kick too into the breeze. Oh, Everett could have been held. Knocked away there by Ryan. Good work there for the defence. Ground level, Solito gets it over the top. Looks there for a teammate. Can't trap the football is McIllick. And the Pies defend strong. Loose ball. Sees the Panthers, Kelly, get well tackled. Gomez kicks off the carpet. Goes out wide to the outer side. Again, working hard for the Pies was Zakita, but the umpire said he'll have a bounce down about 35 metres from the Panthers' goal.
Yes, the umpire throws it up the players go. The ruckman for North Geelong got up high. It's socket off the ground. Horton's onto the ball for Belpost Hill, but he's beaten. It's tapped along over there by North Geelong players. You can't pick them up. They're all on hands and knees over there. Water splashing everywhere. Temper's getting a little bit frayed over there, and the umpire's call for it, and we'll ball it up.
Yeah, well, Baz, I can understand it, really, because we've been pretty fortunate with the weather so far throughout the final series. And unfortunately, though, the heavens have opened up throughout the week. The ground is absolutely sodden, just about need flippers out there today. As we see that young Adam Martin doing well for the Panthers. Long kick up there to half forward. Pack of players have formed again. Pretty tough out there. And I'm glad I'm sitting up here with you, Barry Walker.
Well, Ron, when we were walking into the ground, you were telling me that you'd be able to get a kick under these conditions.
Yes, the sting has definitely been taken from the ground, and they have brought them back to my pace, Baz. But the umpire has thrown the ball in the air. I don't think we'll see too many bounces this morning. There's been a free kick, and I think you'll find it's going to go the way of the Magpies. And it looks like Jeff Ryan again for the Pies. Goes short this time, not a good option because his teammate couldn't take the grab. Chiquita's in there again for the Pies. Very easy to pick out with that blonde locks.
Yeah, he's a very lively customer. He's been taking the ruck knockouts and getting up high. Comes towards the goal square, rush through.
Shane Burns.
Rushed it through there for the North Geelong side, and so that gives Belpost Hill the lead, kicking 1 goal 1 to a 1 point. Now waiting for the fullback to bring the ball into play. Favours the far side to ground. A kick outside 50 over the heads of the players it goes. Beats Horton. Picked up here for North Geelong over there as it's Swinnerson. He's kicked down towards the centre. Stops dead in the water. Racing on. Oh, good pick up there by the young fella for North Geelong. Stanley, was it?
Yes.
But unfortunately his handball was intercepted, and in the meantime a free kick has been given away to Belpost Hill.
I like the way young Sakita there, Jason Sakita. A bit of Juventus as well, very multi-talented footballer for the Pies. Just kicked it back in mid-air there, and now the Panthers into attack.
Oh, bad option.
Not a good option at all. Barry had, well, the Pies an opportunity here if they change direction, which they do. Good work there, good running, Shane Burns.
Yes, it was. He come off half-back and to the centre wing and has taken the mark now on centre wing. Should go back through the corridor now. He had a player running down through there, but he doesn't down or cut off this time for Belpost Hill there by the big fella in Jones. He gets it to a teammate, but the kick comes out and Joswick has taken the mark here on centre wing.
Yeah, Ivan Jovanovic there. A lot of experience from him. A good chest mark too. Juggled it a couple of times to ground, but did control the footy and is rewarded with that effort.
Too slow.
Yes, taking too long, and now chips over the top. And well, opportunity went begging there for Gatfield for the Panthers, but Jimmy Havey mops it up well. Well, Houghton pushed in the back and must get the free kick. And again in front, doing well, Adam Houghton. Hoggy now with the footy, as he's known to his friends. A lovely penetrating drop punt too.
Got to be another kick.
Caught one a bit high there. As another good player for them. Impressed with this youngster a couple of weeks ago, Steve Miletto. Played a few senior games as well for the Panthers. His kick, though, not a good one on this occasion. Sakita comes in well tackled. Support, though, by Ryan. Kicks off the carpet. Burns been busy at centre wing. Collard. Loose ball kicked off the carpet by Al McPherson. Jovanovic goes in very hard for the footy. Likewise, Chris Kelly, the pony-tailed rover for the Panthers. Pack of players have formed right in front of the video commentary box, and centre wing members side of Godfrey Street. And it's good afternoon to the twanger, the captain coach of Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club, Stewie Scott. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
You slept in, mate?
Yeah, slept in this morning. I actually was down at Portside Car Sales there having a bit of a talk to Gus Primer, and he couldn't give me a bargain, so I ventured off elsewhere.
Well, you don't need too many bargains after Susan been very successful through the week, getting the side. That was quite unique, wasn't it?
Maybe she should be doing the coaching, Ronnie.
I only suggested that, Twank, but...
I knew you would, Ronnie. That's why I got him first.
Right. Jeff Marnie's gone off the ground for the North Geelong side. He just limped off there while you two were having a little titter-tatter between yourselves.
Thanks
and the game's going on. Good afternoon. Good morning, anyway, Scotty.
Is there a game on, Barry?
Yes.
Oh, right. Nice, sir.
Right, from the throw-in, we've got Jones for Belpost Hill. Take the ball out of the ruck. It comes out now. A quick kick forward for the North Geelong side. Goes down towards their half-forward line, but into the pocket, rather, and the mark's been taken in the back line for the Belpost Hill side.
Okay, now, Stewie, you've seen a bit of footy throughout the season. Reserves grade. Two good sides in reserve grade competition for GDFL footy for 96, North Geelong, Belpost Hill. Who do you fancy?
Probably the conditions will suit North Geelong a little bit. It brings the quicker players from Belpost Hill probably down a yard or two in pace. North Geelong's experience, obviously, with the 4 or 5 very senior experienced players they have in the side is probably going to be a telling factor during the day. But I think Belpost still could be the Smokies. I mean, they've probably come from nowhere in the middle half to the later part of the season, and they've probably got the momentum in their swing. But full marks to North Geelong for getting to where they have at the moment. But it's going to be a big ask for them to play 3 finals and come out and win the grand final as well.
Yeah, a big ask as well. And, well, talking of big asks, Wayne Yateman has just had a shot at goal for the North Geelong side. He's levelled the scoreboard again, but he's been very prevalent throughout the final series campaign for the Pies. Player to watch, the 47 Guernsey.
Right from the boundary line throw-in, we see Kelly for Belpo still grabbed the ball, but the umpires picked out a free kick on the far side, and it will go the way of Belpo still, and it'll go to Kelly over there in the half-back line.
Got a bit of experience in the running situation too. I noticed good old Sydney Jones running for the North Geelong reserve side as well. This is the senior coach, which is rather nice, isn't it?
The mark taken there for Belpost still by Stevenson. He's kicked towards the centre of the ground. Being held was a Belpost player there in Cozzy. Didn't get a free kick. Sakita gets a kick down towards the half-forward line, but coming across and taking the mark there for Belpost Hill was Sykes. Sykes has kicked towards the centre wing. Horton here can't pick it up. He's got 2 to beat his play. He hung out a little bit there. Was the number 36 Guernsey. Griggy should have gone in and helped Horton, and the ball's gone forward for the North Geelong side, and the mark has been taken from at half forward by Jovanovic.
Ivan Jovanovic has been quite busy. Now let's just hope, again he's taking too long, and his passing has let himself down. I think the message has got to go out to him to move the ball a bit quicker, because he's having a fair bit of it. Good work, Al McPherson. And it's not the female Al McPherson, it's the rugged on-ball leader of Belpost Hill, the coach in actual fact, the number 1 bearded wonder. Thumps the ball out of bounds, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Right from the boundary line throw in, it's tapped forward. Burns grabs it, can't get a boot to it. He's still going, gets it out. Messok runs onto it. Good defensive play there though for Post Hill by Habe. Gets the ball out to centre wing. Messick picks it up, kicks towards the pocket, over the boundary line on the full, and the free kick to be taken down there for Belpost Hill. Jovanovic was just going crooked his forwards, but I think, as you say, Ron, that's 3 times he's had the ball and 3 times he's taken a long while to get rid of it.
Yeah, certainly, and Russell Pratt, his opponent, just reminding him that if he gets another touch of leather, he's going to be in more trouble. So we wait now. Kick has dropped short. Again, though, Al McPherson was well in front.
Here we go.
A little bit of a push and a shove. And the umpire right on the situation, Ben Hallett, and he'll throw the ball in the air in the right forward pocket, about 40 metres from the Magpies goal. Very impressed with the big fella in Martin. Adam Martin, the ruck rover, doing well for the Panthers. Drove it up there to the centre-half back position. Jimmy Havey mops up well for the Panthers. Goes out wide, changes direction there. Kicked off the car, but good experience shown there.
Look at his capabilities.
And I think you'll find that was Peter Lurie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lurie, was it?
Actually, would have liked to see Andrews stand up.
But that was some good work there from the North Geelong defender.
Yeah.
He's kicked it back from whence it came, a good 35 metres. It's out of bounds now, left forward flank.
Right from the boundary line thrown, it comes over the back. Swinnerson's got a chance, but it's socket off the ground there for North Geelong down the half forward. Here's Jovanovic. He couldn't take it. The defensive Belpost Hill pick it up, kick it out into no man's land. The umpires pulled the game up, had a look over the shoulder before he did to see if advantage could be paid, but he's called the ball back to centre half back, and the free kick will be taken by Belpost Hill through the agency of Sykes.
Interesting one there, Barry. I think Ricky Vicentine just tried to warm himself up a little bit, and I'm sure the player that's got the ball now might have a warm ear.
I think he might. The kick from over towards the centre wing, Swinnerson couldn't take the mark. Picked up there for Belpost Hill by Mileto, but over the line it goes, and we'll have a boundary line throw in.
Well, it looks like the wind now is going to the right of screen, or to the opposite city end.
Tate Street School End.
Thank you, Barry. Your history of the area is quite good, Barry. Your misspent youth years ago.
No, Ron.
No. You've always been a good boy, Barry.
I have, Ron. Like you.
Well, you should have taken a leaf. You haven't taken a leaf out of Stewie Scott's book, that's for sure.
Right, the ball up on half forward flank. Up they go. Knocked down here. Stanley couldn't take advantage of a good tap out there for North Geelong, but they scramble the ball forward. The bounce of the ball crucial. Good defensive play though for Belpost Hill there by the number 45 Guernsey Stevenson by the look of it, but he comes out now. Picked up in the centre half forward. A high kick down forward by Gillard over the heads of the players. Over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in. really, I don't think North Geelong have done enough with this win, Ronald.
No, I don't think they have either, but that wasn't a bad effort from young Gillard. Time check shows that we've been going, dearie me, it's a good 22 minutes of this first quarter, and, well, the Pies now won. No, it was out of bounds, actually, wasn't it?
Yep.
1-1-7, Belpost Hill, 1-1-7. And from a Belpost Hill point of view, they'd be pretty pleased with their first quarter effort in the 96 reserve grade GDFL Grand Final.
Right, waiting for the boundary umpire to throw the ball in now, half forward flank for the North Geelong side. A pack of players around the ground, around the ball. Up it goes. Up they fly. Over the back of the pack it goes. Burns dives on top, scoops it out between his legs. Picked up for Belpost Hill. Gets a quick kick close to the boundary line. Bounces before it reaches the line, and we'll have a throw in.
Chris Kelly and Craig Gillard just congratulating each other.
Right, the boundary umpire with the ball now. Throws it in. Up they go. Tap forward there for Belpost Hill by Jones.
Confidence.
But it's picked up and kicked forward for North Geelong. There's a race for the ball now. No one within cooey of the ball where it went socket off the ground there by Havey. Gains about 10 metres, slipping and sliding in the mud over there. It's a North Geelong player. Picks it up, hands it to his teammate there who spins round, gets a kick forward through Britovic. Down to half forward. High, wide and handsome. Over the line it goes. Touch the boot by the umpire's decision, and we'll have a throw in.
Well, conditions not really getting any better, Baz. The wind is still very blustery, makes it awfully tricky for the players.
Back to the old rock and roll days, Ron, up here.
It certainly is, and the ball now at half forward, left half forward for these fabulous Magpies, who go forward with some fine ruck work. Ball squeezes out to the centre half forward position, kicked off the cover there by Big Messick, but again, the defence does well though for the Panthers, and they've gone out very wide. Is it wide enough? No, because Messick, the big ruckman, picks it up. Oh, a bit of agility there from the big man. His kick, though, not a good one. And again, the Panthers can defend well. And Chris Kelly doesn't let him down with some fine work.
Shepherd.
Hand
Well
pass
done.
there to Mickey Matchovic, the nose picker. Goes to half forward. Oh, the kick, though, in front. Oh, good work, Carlos. Carlos Gomez. The Mexican bandit goes to half forward. Oh, Al McPherson's lost not only her false teeth, I think she's lost a lot. Fair dinkum. She doesn't look too good at all.
That was good umpiring then, because he was committed, the big fella from Geelong. And just unfortunate, the contact of the ball into the chest of the McPherson for Belpost Hill. Messick was there also.
He's not too good, and let's hope he's okay, the coach of the side, because they've been an integral part in the Panthers' success for 96. Alan McPherson in the hands of the trainers at the minute, but I'm sure he'll come good.
Well, if they're going to interchange him, Ron, they'd be wise to do it now before the ball comes back.
Chris Kelly gets the free kick.
Right, the kick towards centre half forward, and a good mark. I'd have paid it. Yes, the umpire has too, and it's been taken by Illick. Illick now kicks from centre to ground. Oh, kicks into the man on the mark. Scooped up here by Grigic, but he just can't break away. Forward it goes. The umpire's call for the ball, and we'll have a ball up.
Now, you sounded a bit surprised when he kicked it into the man on the mark. Tell you what, if you'd be a better man than me. If you can keep a firm footing in the middle of that ground where he just kicked from, you're a better man than me, Barry.
I'm not a better man than you, Ron. It's just one of those things, as you say. He did kick into the man on the mark. He did have an excuse. I'm glad you picked it up.
Thank you very much, Barry. And picking it up nicely there at centre half back is Lee Sykes. He kicks it long too. It's a lovely kick into the breeze, right out to the outer side of the ground. Looks to the lead of his teammate there, trying to pick it up. I think it was Gatfield. But again, the Pies' defence doing well. And Dean Hines out there just directing traffic for those fabulous Magpies. Sees it out of bounds. And Al McPherson is going off to have a spell. Doctor's probably just going to have to check him out because the jaw looks as though it could be broken, but hopefully he'll be okay.
Geez, you've got good eyesight, Ronald.
Well,
X-ray man, we'll have to start calling you.
Yeah.
Sensational.
One, mate. It'll just
Is that
be
right?
fine. Thank you very
No
much.
worries, mate.
Right now, throws it up on half forward. It's tapped down by Yateman. Gains about 10 metres for his side to sock it off the ground for Belpost Hill towards the boundary line. Defending over on that side of the ground, and over the line it goes, and we'll have a throw in. I think that's a good move with taking McPherson off, because
gives him a chance to just get his composure and just regroup on where he was. Gives an opportunity for some fresh legs. Can come on and kick a goal for them, and all's well.
Well, even if they stop North Geelong from scoring, you know, he's no good out on the ground if he's not 100%.
Correct. That's a very good call, Barry.
He's probably been playing most of the footy this quarter across the half-back line, dropping from the centre, so our manager said you want someone 100% fit.
Certainly has worked very well too. That's why the scoreboard all tied up at the moment as the ball squeezes to Sekita again, who's been terrific in this first quarter for the Pies, but his kick, not a good one, and it's well marked there for those those Panther boys. Yes, it's Ryan Jones, the 55 Guernsey. Drop punt, okay. Drop short again in front. Wayne Yateman does well for those Pies at half-back. Outer side of the ground here at Godfrey Street.
Stanford.
Kicks into the glue pot. Poor old Stanford. Hey, his mum won't be happy with him.
He got a free kick there for around the neck. The bloke picked him up around the waist.
They possibly should rope that area off and run him out of bounds.
That's nice. What a marvellous idea.
Right, Stanley in the centre of the ground. Kicks the ball, skids through to centre half forward. Sock it off the ground by the defensive Belpost Hill, but it comes ricocheting back off a player. Is it number 35 there in Hines. Hines gets it out. Kicked out of bounce on the fall there. Unfortunately, off the boot of Horton, and North Geelong to take the free kick, and it is through the agency.
They call those haymakers, don't they,
I
Barry?
tell you what, I reckon if Hines had feathers, he would have taken off, and he flapped them arms around.
Haymaker.
A haymaker? Is that what it is?
That's what I think they call them,
That's what they call it. What do they call it if it makes contact?
A jawbreaker.
Right, now, how long is he going to take to kick this one, Ron? Come on, here's your mate.
Okay, well, now Ivan, he's got the cameras on him. He'll just get the comb out and just do the hair first, because he always takes a fair bit of time when he gets the... He's had a fair bit of it too in this first quarter.
Yes, he has.
But he better kick it, because his teammates won't be happy with him if he doesn't.
Out of bounce on the ball.
He's on the boundary though. I tell you,
Beautiful
it's going to be a tough
kick,
shot.
I tell you what.
Fair effort, youngster. And I tell you what, if his mum and dad are in the crowd listening to this, Barry, they'll be coming up here and having a go at you in a moment.
I mean, it's always easy to look at it after the kick situation, but it was going to be very fortunate to get a goal. I mean, the distance was possibly going to be a bit of a trouble, possibly 10, 15 metres in front of the square. Could have given them probably the Rovers, even if Mark wasn't taking the Rovers, could have had a second chance.
Right, they're kicking from fullback, a low trajectory kick, and the mark taken out there.
Beautiful
by number 33, Giles, for the Belpost Hill side. Kicks down, looking for the big fella in Martin. He couldn't get it over the line. It goes, and we'll have a throw-in centre wing of the Thompson Reserve here this afternoon.
Todd Gatfield is kicking the ball out from full, isn't he, that left footer?
Yeah, I think it is, Ron.
Yeah, the 41 jumper. Gee, that was a lovely kick in these conditions. But he's got firm footing underground, and obviously that 10 metre square down there at the Tate Street School end.
Right, from the boundary line throw in, we see North Geelong dive on the ball, but the free kick's been picked out, and we'll go to Belpost Hill.
Scoreboard check. We're well into time on it. I'd suggest it's just about quarter time here. 1-2-8 North Geelong. Belpost Hill 117 on 94.9. Guest FM is country football, and doing a fine job for the Hill is Mick Illick.
Kicks the ball to centre half forward, but Burns chips in and takes a mark for North Geelong. Didn't you think that was a mark, Scotty?
Oh, I think he's very lucky not to get 50, actually.
I heard you go, who?
Which would be very handy in these conditions.
Yes, Burns kicks the ball out wide. There's the siren to end the first quarter here, and we see that the Belpost Hill have kicked 1-1, kicking into the breach, and North Geelong have kicked 1-2. So a very tight first quarter, Ron. The conditions, as you say, are not adapted for good football. The wind was blowing to the Tate Street end, which North Geelong kicked to. Unfortunately, I don't believe they took enough advantage of it. I think a couple of times they went forward. They were a little bit slow in kicking the ball. But maybe once things settle down, we'll see what happens in this quarter, whether Belpost Hill can take advantage of the wind, or whether it's just going to be a hard slog all day.
Well, yeah, I think the latter will probably win out, Barry. But at quarter time, as you've mentioned, just the 1 point in it, and I don't think North Geelong camp would be terribly happy with that. But they can be very pleased with the efforts of their centre half back in Jason Sekita. I thought he was clearly their best player in that first quarter for the Pies. Ably assisted their midfield by Shane Burns. He's done a terrific job as well, and the Pies can take leaps out of those two players' books. For the Belpost Hill side, very impressed with his game too today. The big boy, the ruck rover on baller in Adam Martin. He's done a terrific job for the Panthers, been driving them into attack. Chris Kelly's been busy, and I'm pretty impressed with Todd Gatfield here in defence as well for those Belpost Hill boys. All in all, a pretty tough first quarter of footy, Baz, and I think it might get a bit tougher as the day wears on.
Yes, I think so. You know, when the weariness comes into the few of the older players' legs, and it's going to be interesting because I think there's a fair spat of older players in both sides, you know, experience, and it's just going to be the survival of the fittest, I think.
Time will tell. We'll be back with the action on 94.9 Guest FM very shortly. Don't forget APCO Easy Shops bringing this reserve grade grand final courtesy of the Geelong District Football League for 1996. Live, Godfrey Street Oval, Thompson, East Geelong, North Geelong, Newcombe, and of course Barry, sunny Bowen Heads. It's the one-stop shop that's got the lot. The APCO Easy Shops.
No show without punch, is it?
Yes, Judy.